Hi everyone, Pauline here from VF McNeil Insurance. Today, we're not here to talk about your insurance needs. Instead, we're here to help out if your business is giving consideration to building a float to be in a community parade.
So you might be wondering, what can I accomplish by constructing a float for my business? Well, first, if you're a local business, it's a nice way to promote your business in a grassroots way. Second, you'll be providing enjoyment for the benefit of the community in which you operate. And third, this project can be a great all-inclusive team building project for your staff. So if you're ready to get started, follow me. I think you're going to find this video helpful. We've always been a very community-focused business, so the holiday parade was a great event for VF McNeil to get involved in. We made the choice at the turn of 2018 and included the project in our 2018 marketing plans. And I could proudly report that our team's hard work and dedication to this project took home the trophy for Best Float that night. It was such an exciting evening for everybody. First, you'll have to establish a budget. The average expense reported for a community parade float ranges between $1,000 to $3,500. Once you've decided on a budget that works into your business planning, you could get started on your design while keeping your budget in mind. Second, you'll need to create a design. This is a really important step. Creating an overall vision will give you something to share with your team to help them understand the plan. And while thinking of your design, consider how to stay in the theme of the parade and at the same time represent your business. In our case, the float had to be crafted in holiday style, it had to be visible at night, and it had to convey who we are and what we do as a local business. Okay, if you're starting to panic because you don't have any design skills, it's okay, no worries. I'm not a professional designer either, so this is the part that will relieve you and maybe even give you a good laugh. Take a look. Here's a peek at my original design. I'll admit it's no CAD drawing, but as the project leader, this gave me an overall direction and something visual to share with our team. And about being the project leader, if the job isn't for you, don't force it. Approach the creatives in your organization. They're the can-do cheerleader people who are generally in positions that require creativity, like designers and marketing reps. Get them on board, and they'll not only help you dream up a great plan, but they'll also help you inspire everyone else. Which brings me to my next point. The team leader should welcome everyone's ideas. Our team came up with so many great ideas that solved certain problems and also really helped to enhance the original design. I have to give props to our team. Insurance professionals are really great problem solvers. Once an overall vision was created, we moved on to having a holiday logo designed by a professional designer that represented our insurance agency and complemented our float design. Look for it during the holiday season on our social media pages and other communication. Now, on to our third tip. If you don't have a location to build your float props that will provide enough space to work and keep everything safe and dry, that's your number one hurdle. For VF McNeil, we were lucky enough to have a storage unit to work in. We had to navigate around weather conditions and the facility's lack of electricity, but again, our staff came up with so many great solutions. You might consider renting a location or even borrowing a space from a local business that can facilitate. Now to share our fourth tip. On average, it was recommended to allow 2 to 3 months for the build itself, depending upon the complexity of your design. However, given the fact that we all had to be responsible for our regular daily jobs, as I'm sure you will be, the entire project spanned over a 5-month period, including design, materials list, procurement, volunteer organization, and completing tasks on our task list. We also recommend that you announce the project to your team well in advance. This allows time to really get all of your team members excited and invested in the project. Not everyone will jump on board right away, but once the excitement starts to build, it will happen. Allowing ample time also helps to eliminate the possibility of turning your team project into a stressful experience for your staff. Depending upon your budget and design, you'll have to carefully consider what materials you could utilize to craft your float. Our team came up with many free or very low-cost materials that were repurposed with inexpensive paint, hot glue, and other various craft materials that went a long way. This, of course, can be more time-consuming. However, it allows for complete customization to your brand. For example, all of our float props were painted in complementary shades of our logo. DIYing your float props will also help you save substantially. We made life-size lollipops out of pool noodles, cellophane, ribbon, and free PVC pipe. This cost approximately $10 per lollipop. After pricing the life-size pops at a popular home and craft store at $47.99 each, that weren't even a color complement to our overall plan, I'd say that idea worked out pretty well. Remember, the internet is a trove of ideas that can be adapted to your needs, so get started on that list. If your parade is at night, you have a slightly larger challenge, so pay attention. This is an ultra important tip. It has to be well lit. That means you need focal lighting, not just trim lighting. On the night of the parade, we saw so many amazing floats. However, I think the one advantage that ours had was that we used focal lighting on top of the trim lighting, which made every detail very visible, creating a magical look at night. We even used a snow projector over the top of the float for the extra wow factor. Another important lighting tip is power. We recommend a super quiet inverter generator. We reserved a 2200 watt generator well in advance to the parade. Keep track of your wattage to be sure you rent a generator appropriate for your needs. Also, get it for the entire week before to allow enough time for testing and to see the finished results at night. And don't forget safety, folks. Be sure to read the directions before operating your generator.
Lastly, we recommend a quiet generator to allow for the sound of music. Hearing the sound of music is a much nicer parade experience than hearing the loud hum of a generator. We played our music with a Bluetooth speaker and a holiday playlist. Just be sure your speaker has loud volume because everybody else will have music that night too. So remember folks, a good float is about appealing to the senses. Sights, sounds, and even smells if you could pull it off.
Okay, for the seventh and most important tip, be sure it's secure. Take it for a test drive. However you decide to design and dress up your float, be sure your base is sturdy and all items are very secure. Take it for a test drive around the block to be sure it can handle the ride on a main road. For the safety of everyone in the parade and on the roadways, be sure it's secure. Have fun with it. Our team did. Our first float build turned out to be one of the best team building projects we've ever completed. Everyone enjoyed it and helped to produce floatastic results. Now, stick with us a little bit longer to view our holiday float slideshow. We hope that we've provided some helpful tips and creative inspiration for you and your team. After viewing, if you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to contact us. We'd be happy to help you with your float building journey. Thanks again for joining us today.